Good afternoon, everyone. A very warm welcome to my presentation. I am Ullas De, and my ID number ends with 1041. So today I will be presenting the permanent settlement act 1793, postcode 110. The key point of this presentation: colonial land revenue policy, agricultural structure of Bengal, and relationships between landlords and peasants. First of all, Permanent Settlement Act. In 1793, Permanent Settlement Act was imposed by Lord Cornwallis. Later approved in 1792, Peace and Duncan. The settlement was declared the Permanent Settlement Act, or colonial Cornwallis system. Land revenue policy. As a result of this act, Jomidars become revenue collector. They collect revenue from peasants. Jomidar has lots of power. Jomidar are firmly declared actual proprietors of the land, and their assets in the land are made freely heritable and transferable. Company gives this type of facility to Jomidar because of revenue. The Jomidar are required to pay fixed amount of tax to the company by a deadline declared in the tax as the sunset road. If any Jomidar unable to maintain fixed deadline in case of revenue, they have to sell their own properties and fulfill company revenue requirement. That's why many Jomidar were bankrupt at that time. The agricultural structure of Bengal. In case of Bengal agriculture, before the Permanent Settlement Act, Bengal agriculture was different from Bengal agriculture environment. But after imposed this act, company forced the Bengal farmer to adopt English model. This model did not work Bengal territory. That's why Bengal agriculture was brutally damaged. So the last point of this presentation: the relationship between landlords and peasants. The relationship between landlords and peasants are unstable because company create four system triangle pattern. Company was supreme. If company forced landlord, then landlords forced jamindar for revenue. This is the main concept of this presentation. I hope all of you have understood.